Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Yazid Manasuddin, and I will presenting our first project, Project 1, which entitled 5 years daily stock price for 3 stocks. And my other group members is Ahmad Naim bin Abdul Kadir, Muhammad Akmal bin Jamil, and Muhammad Nabil bin Shahno. Alright. For the introduction is there are various type of companies in Malaysia, and we decided to choose Nestle Malaysia, Heineken Malaysia (HIM), and Aeon Corporation. And for your information, all these companies have been using the same currency, which is a Malaysian ringgit Malaysia. And in this project 1, we are going to calculate the annual return, annual logarithmic return, and annual standard deviation that have been taking 5 years from January 2016 from January 2013 until December 2017. Alright. For the first part is the annual return for each year for each asset in the data. So we calculated the annual return by using the first one by using the formula daily return. Daily return equal to open bracket close today minus close yesterday close bracket, divided by close yesterday times by 100, and the annual return is the sum of the daily return. The table 1 shows the annual return from 2013 until 2017 from each of the company. And the observation, for your information, annual return can be defined as the measurement of an investment that rise on average each year, that have been calculated in certain period of time. And the annual return also can be computed as the return of an investment that provide over a period of time. And also to be taken note, the higher the annual return, the greater the profit that the company get in the specific year. Alright, for the first company, Nestle Malaysia continue their annual return in 2013 at negative 7.67459. The annual return is increasing to negative 0.180034 in 2014 and dropped down to negative 5.53860 in 2015, but got a little bit high to negative 5.4687 in 2016, and got to the lowest annual return, which at negative 25.95211 in 2017. Alright, in 2013, HIM generate the annual return for the year, which is at negative 1.94363, and HIM got their lowest annual return, which at negative 24.63083 in 2014, but they managed to get high up to 8.15611 and continue increasing in 2016 at 23.09056, and managed to stay they managed to stay in positive annual return at negative at 15.33724 at 2017. And we continue with the third company, which Aeon Co, that shows their annual return at the lowest part throughout the 5 years at negative 4.11415 in 2013, and in the next year they continue their annual return, but they managed to get high up to 15.12420 and keep increase in 2015 at 17.98399. And the annual return for Aeon.co Malaysia in 2016 dropped down a little bit but still stay in positive part, which shows at 7.38446. And lastly, in 2017 they got their highest annual return, which at 41.14219.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today, I will explain for you the annual logarithmic return for each year and for each asset in data. First, formula of logarithmic return is long close today over close yesterday. Next, formula about annual logarithmic return is for sum of logarithmic return. Table 2, annual logarithmic return in percentage for years 2013 until 2017. For observation, in 2013, Nestle company generates its annual logarithmic return throughout 5 years at negative 8.818701. It goes up to negative 0.38301 in year 2014, and it fell down again to negative 6.11415, but rushed a little bit to negative 5.84551 in 2016. Next, in 2017, Nestle company is at its lower ground with its annual logarithmic return at negative 26.677. The next company is Heineken, generate negative annual logarithmic return at negative 4.34581 in 2013. For the next year, it is annual logarithmic return reduced more to negative 25.5301, which gives a bad input for the company. However, it got back to positive annual logarithmic return is 7.00676 in 2015 and continue to increase as high as 21.73604 in 2016. The highest record company throughout 5 years. Luckily, Heineken company managed to maintain its annual logarithmic return, which is still in positive annual logarithmic return in 2017 at 14.3101. Next, in 2013, Aeon company also compute its annual logarithmic return throughout 5 years at negative 6.47284. However, its annual logarithmic return increased up high to 11.841 in 2014. In 2015, its annual logarithmic return raised up to 16.342, which show as a good performance by the company is Aeon company, and continue to maintain in positive annual logarithmic return at 4.9346 for the following years. In 2017, the annual logarithmic return of Aeon company is at the highest, which at 37 in for 37.859. That's all from me.
Now we move to question 3. State that compute annual standard deviation for each year for each asset. The formula to find standard deviation for annual return is daily standard deviation multiplied with square root of number of days. After we insert this formula to our data in Excel, this is the result for standard deviation for annual return for 3 companies in 5 years. First, we look to for Nestle company. In 2013, this company shows 10.129 for its standard deviation for annual return. After that, it is increased back to 10.874 in 2014. In 2015 and 2016, the standard deviation goes back down to 10.759 and 8.6819 respectively. Suddenly, in 2017, it increased back to the highest within the 5 years period at 11.902. Second, the standard deviation annual return for HEM is highest within the 5 years period taken, which at 21.821 in 2013. But in 2014, its standard deviation annual return decreased to 13.301, and for the next year, it slightly increased to 15.128218. Fortunately, in 2016, it also has goes up to 16.464 and suddenly decreased to 14.327 in 2017. And the last company is Aeon, shows its standard deviation is at high number in this 5 years period, which compute at 21.728 in 2013 and got high up in 2014 at 25.577 and goes decreased to 17.722 in 2015. In 2018, it slightly decreased to 22.184 and got the highest its standard deviation at 25.594 in 2017. The conclusion is higher standard deviation mean higher volatility, hence higher investment risk. The company with lower standard deviation is better as it has lower risk.
So, we will continue to standard deviation for logarithmic return for each year and each asset in the data. To calculate the standard deviation for logarithmic return, we square root the variance for log return, and we get the data for the 3 companies in 5 years. So we start with Nestle. Nestle generate 10.133 logarithmic return standard deviation in 2013 and got high up to 10.813 in 2014. Then, in 2015, Nestle's standard deviation of logarithmic return falls a little bit to 10.743 and still goes down to 8.728 in 2016. However, it is increased to 11.977 in 2017, and it is the highest logarithmic return standard deviation from the year 2013 and 2017. For Heineken, in year 2013, Heineken stipulates 22.039 for logarithmic return standard deviation, but got fallen off to the value of 13.361 in 2014, and it is the lowest value of the logarithmic return standard deviation. Fortunately, it is increased to 15.177 in 2015, and the company managed to uprise until 16.416 for the next year. But lastly, it goes down a bit to 14.334 in 2017. For the Aeon, in 2013, Aeon logarithmic return standard deviation is 21.780. Next, the value increased to 25.659 in 2014. However, it continues to fall to 17.640 in the next year. Then, its logarithmic return standard deviation got rise up significantly to 22.191 by year 2016 and continuously to rise in 2017 to 25.543, which be the second highest value over 5 years. So that's all from us. Thank you.